Oh, is that how it works? Is that better? Kind of. Alright, let's figure this out. Does that look good? Do it look okay? Is the frame centered? Does it matter? Does anyone care? If you're editing this later, leave this part in because you want to look authentic. But, like, cut a bunch of this shit out. Okay, welcome to the 540 Project. I am starting this at 5:45 in the morning. Yesterday, James Rolfe released a video saying that he doesn't have time to put out products, or he can't do it, or that his system is really complicated and requires all of these lights and setups and things. That he has to hire a team of people to help him do all of his content creation. And he's got 2 kids, and he's not he's so technically savvy that it requires all of this. And it got me thinking that there's no fucking way it's that hard. He's standing in his own way. And as a man fueled by spite with a whole weekend free, I figured, you know what, I don't have anything to do today. Let's see if I can set up a project. As of 5:40 in the morning, I am now up before my kids are. I have 2 of them. I'm going to be spending the day with them as a dad. And we're going to run out and do a couple errands today as a family. I'm going to go pick up some props, so we'll head with me to the store as we do some prop shopping. I got a couple pickup shots to take with this camera. We're going to get that today. And I need to buy a ring light because I don't have lighting, which is why the podcast part of this is the 540 Podcast. Subscribe. That's why the podcast portion of this is a little shoddy. So the goal is by the end of the day today, I want to have a full podcast, which is going to be about 20 minutes of me blathering on. Probably a 15-minute review of a random game. So I'm going to do... Yeah, this isn't off-centered. Let's see if I can fix this. I'm going to do a quote, basic review. Because that was one of the things he talked about, is how a lot of these reviews are basic now because of COVID or laziness or ineptitude. Whichever one you want to pick. But a basic review is just simply sitting on the couch and cutting between couch shots and gameplay. And doing a few dynamic shots at the end. So it shouldn't be that hard to bullshit together 15 minutes of that. And then by the end of the day, put together maybe a 5 to 10 minute making of review where I go over all my equipment, my processes, my lighting. Just to show that any idiot can do this. It's not hard, and he's standing in his own way and being a stupid butthole about it. Now, it's important to remember that I didn't go to film school. I have a GED. I am an old man with 2 kids. I am not technically savvy. I'm technically savvy in so much as I pay attention when people I like that produce content tell me how they do it, because I'm very interested in that. I'm technically savvy in that I used to host an actual podcast, which didn't have a video component. So it was just an audio show, which is in my head, what a podcast is. But I guess maybe for him it's not. I don't know. Every podcast now is like a studio, which is weird. But I've done that. So, I know how to press record on the thing and blather on for some ever period of time. Filling 20 minutes isn't hard. If I wanted to, I could pull up and, you know what? I'm going to fucking do that. So, what the podcast is today is the top 10 shittiest games on Steam right now. Ugh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open the Steam app on my phone. Because it takes 2 fucking seconds to open the Steam app on my phone. If you're curious, by the way, what my tech setup is for this, I'm recording the video component on a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I have a tiny tripod that I bought at the store. So my shots are hopefully stabilized enough. I don't, care that much, because this is proving a point more than it is about perfection. And if I wanted to spend 3 hours stabilizing a tiny tripod, I could. Don't get me wrong, I know how to do that, but this is more about the fact that a fat, worthless idiot with a GED and no experience can cobble together a competing product in one single day than it really is about, you know, being as good as someone who's been doing this for 15 years with an hour of experience. So I'm going to come into the store here. We're going to see what's happening. That's a car. I'm filming this in my backyard. My backyard is traffic adjacent. I'm going to try to cut those sounds out in Audacity. So we'll see if that cuts out in editing. But if it doesn't, that was a car. So let's go to the catalog here. And I'm just going to riff randomly, like a podcast is supposed to be, off of the dumb shit that's going on in Steam. So let's see what that looks like. So let's see. The first game is something called Borderlands 3. Let's talk about Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 is a piece of shit game. Ugh, what a waste Gearbox Software is making Borderlands 3. All they did was take the formula from Borderlands and write more lazy scripts and get even dumber with it. I can't believe someone would pay for that. This podcast is actually really easy because that joke wasn't up to my standards. I don't think it's good content, and I think it's ugly and stupid. And I know this audio is going to be really gross, but I don't have to, like... I'm not competing with, like, Red Letter Media, right? I'm competing with Cinemassacre, and the bar is incredibly low there. Like, I really just have to say ass and butt, and fuck. Because, you know, teenagers like curse words, so I'm going to say ass and butt and fuck a lot. And then, what else am I going to do? I am just going to say, take a random thing. So we'll take Borderlands, for example. And then, here it is. And then, let's do this. The Borderlands Super Deluxe Edition, more like fucker shit Super Ass Edition, because it's such an ass game. God, it's so easy to do this. It was released in 2020. It's like fucking a year ago, and they're still charging $70 for it. What do you get? You get the basic game plus these stupid DLCs, and it's just more of the same shit. I've been playing this game since it was Borderlands 1. And it's like, try harder already. I know you're teams of hundreds of people busting your ass in a giant building for 14 hours a day. But, like, come on. I know I don't have time, but you do, all right? This is your job. You could make a good... It's fucking... It's not hard to do this. It's really not. It's not. I just picked up... Oh, God. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. All right, Lost Ark. Lost Ark is not a game that you should play, not because it's good or bad, but because it's a game about slave labor, because it's an Amazon game and it makes people piss in bottles in a warehouse. It's a piss factory. Amazon is a... Sorry. Hold on. Amazon is a piss factory, and if you buy Lost Ark and play it, then you're working at the piss factory. You might as well be pissing in your own mouth with this game. The audio sounds like I wanted to scrape out my eardrums with a fucking melon baller, and the graphics are so bad it makes me want to burn my eyes out with a shit goblin. What's a shit goblin? It's a tiny green man with a blowtorch made of turds that he uses to burn out people's eyeballs. Sorry I said shit so much, I just got turds on the brain. Probably because this game's piss balls makes my ass pitch turd. Fuck. Is that better? Did we do it right? Did we do all the swears? Alright. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to do a quick pivot. This podcast is going to be planning for the day. Here's the plan. I am going to pick out a game at random. Probably something already in my library because I have a little bit of experience playing it. And, I don't have to pay for it. I don't really want to pay for a game for this, but... Or I'll find something free that's poorly reviewed. One of those two things. I haven't figured it out yet. I am going to go to the Wikipedia, just copy that, and then I'm going to take it over with 3 colors of pen, a red one, a black one, and a brown one, to know where to insert the swears. My script will be reading the Wikipedia article. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reading the Wikipedia article while swearing randomly. And that should be sufficient for a basic review. If I find the time or can get a hold of any of my friends today, provided they got a free Saturday, I will do some pickup shots where what we're going to do is try to shoot something a little bit more dynamic, maybe something relevant to the game. It's not going to be that interesting, though. But that's fine, because I don't care. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so at 5:55, which is where we're at now, it is officially dawn. But it won't be dusk until about 9 p.m., which is going to be great, because I'm actually going to start recording my review probably 6 o'clock tonight. I should have the basic parts done. So I'm gonna record all the basic stuff throughout the day, you know, capture my gameplay footage on OBS in 20 minutes, an hour, you know, not much. Then I'm gonna record my yelling on the couch while I pretend to be playing a video game on the couch, even though I'm not, because that's what James Rolfe does. That should take 15 minutes. I'll just have a script next to me and I'll keep it out of shot, because I'm not a pathetic loser and I can read a piece of paper. So then I will cut all that down. Oh, so editing software. I'm going to be using DaVinci Resolve. Here's why. It is free. I'm a PC guy, so I've been on PC forever, so I just use PC software when I can. And I'm really going to be doing basic cuts. You can do a lot of things with DaVinci Resolve. I don't know how to do them. I downloaded it 2 days ago. I've played around. This project will be me using DaVinci Resolve more than I ever have before. And if I'm lucky, there'll be one After Effect or some over credits. So we'll see how editing cracks down for that. Once that's done, I'll probably film the making of on my cell phone. Not because the video quality will be good, it won't be. I have an iPhone from work, I might use that. Video quality is better on iPhones. Yeah, probably. Oh, you know what this podcast could really use? Blaceless corporate sponsorship. Let's pick a corporate sponsor that is funny, but that would also be prevalent in podcast. Are you getting older? Do you got kids that can't work past 5:40 p.m.? Then you need to get Keeps if you're going bald. It's okay to go bald, man. I'm not, but other people are, and that's totally fine. Own your shit. Everyone's different. I'm a fat bastard with IBS. Some people are going bald. Everyone's life is their own to live. In fact, if you're going bald, you shouldn't feel that bad about it. I think it's a testosterone thing. So you're like so alpha male, you can't even keep hair on it because hair's too bitch work for your kick-ass, rock-hard, big dick body energy. But if it's happening to you and you don't want it to, go to Keeps, Keeps.com, Keeps.com/BVGN for bald video game nerd. Keep that hair up there. If you want it, it's a good sponsor, corporate. You buy goo, I'm assuming, and you probably rub it on your face and balls and head, and then you get hair back, or it doesn't fall out. It's some kind of chemical. I don't know. I assume that they shave Bigfoots and then squeeze them in like a juicer, and then the Bigfoot juice, because Bigfoots are really hairy, right? So then the Bigfoot juice, they spin it in a centrifuge while it's boiling so that they can get all the hair essence out of it. And then that just goes in the bottles. And then it's bottled in Malaysia by trans people of color prostitutes, but they're also slaves for labor purposes. So it's progressive and regressive at the same time. This way, both sides of the aisle are pleased. Keeps is really going the extra mile to make sure that their Bigfoot juice balder sauce that you rub on your scalp to keep your hair or grow more, I forget the point that they have. Anyway, go to bvgn.com, get some Bigfoot juice, rub it on your brain, and you'll get 25% more. Not off, obviously. Why would you get... No, you want to support the channel. So you go to Keeps and you pay Keeps 25% extra so that you can support the channel by giving me the money. So when you go to keeps.com/BVGN, yes, you're going to be paying more, but then I'll have that money and it'll be my money. and then you'll have some Malaysian Bigfoot juice bottled by trannies, and then you can rub it on your dick and have a hairy dick, I guess. Is that a thing? Do people want hairy dicks? If you like a hairy dick and you want your dick to be super hairy, post a comment, like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.com/thisisamadeupchannel. And then I'm also on DLive, because I can stream in 2 places at once, dlive.com/fakeplug. You can follow me on... You can get this podcast anywhere you get podcasts. On Stitcher Premium, on Stitcher Basic, on Basic Stitcher. You can go to Stitcher.com, or you can go to the Stitcher website on your phone. Anywhere you get your podcasts, you can download this podcast and then have it. So that... How do podcasts make money? I don't know how podcasts make money. I had a podcast for a while. I don't know how anyone makes money there. Presumably somebody's making money with these things, or they wouldn't keep doing them. Oh, no, they're a really lazy way to do content generation, and then you film them in a studio, and then you ad support that. And the podcast is just shits out in the ether. You know, the Cinemassacre guys, they know what they're doing with the podcast, because they're going to feed it into the algorithm, and the electrons will move through reality to make them super famous. Obviously. Alright, so this has been yammering randomly for 16 minutes. I'm probably going to cut 3 or 4 of it out. Plus, I got the setup shots in the kitchen, so I look like I'm someone who's trying to put things together. Here I am, guys. Look at me figuring it out. Oh, I'm so new to this. Ooh, setup. Oh, isn't this an authentic content creation? Oh, he's so real, you guys! It doesn't... Oh, God. I'm a cynical person by nature, and I've been around the internet long enough to know when things are bullshit, and this whole thing is bullshit. Like that... God, I'm so disappointed in him. I've liked the AVGN for a really long time. I really have. I've been a big fan. And now I just follow the Cinemassacre Truth, because if I'm going to be completely real, I think it's funny to watch him fail. It's more interesting to watch him bumble mindlessly through nothing, having accidentally failed upwards, and having somehow fired all of the people that helped got him there, and surrounded himself by fame-leeching morons. And then when he finally does address this, after years of, like, not understanding how this didn't work, he just goes, oh, well, you know what? It's those guys. It's those fucking guys. So goddamn stupid. God, he's so stupid. It's hilariously stupid. And there's some stuff he did. Like, he tried to copy Penny Arcade with the Too Many Games Expo, which cleverly, alright, do that. Ryan set this up. Ryan's the Cinemassacre guy who's trying to be like the business guy behind the scenes. He saw what the Penny Arcade had, and they're trying to copy that, and he's just bad at it. But the worst thing he is assuming that the people he's bringing on for his, like, team are good. James is just collecting a pet check, as he is checked out, and if he's not, then he is stupid. This is an eye-opening moment for a lot of us. Anyway, I am... Let's see, Cinemassacre, so I will be... Film Ghoul. That's 18 minutes, so that's podcast time. Wrapping this up, I want to address some ashholeless comments that I've been receiving lately, okay? So when I go online, I see things like, you're a fat fuck, you're stupid, and I don't watch old people anymore, you gross boomer. And I gotta tell you, you know, those aren't helpful. And I've been trying to lose weight, but every time I drink a case of soda, I just stay fat, and I don't understand why. So it's not that I can't put the fucking fork down. God, that's not how it works. I read this comment that said, get your nasty bitch tits out of the frame, or I'm gonna keep puking on my keyboard. I've gone through 8 keyboards already. because of your gross, fat, balding, disgusting body. And I just gotta say, you know, guys, when you post things like that, it hurts my fat feelings. I start crying butter. Try this again. Okay. When you say, guys, when you make posts like that, it really hurts my fat feelings. And then my butter tears, you know, they do baste my bagels in the morning, but it's not helpful. All right, I gotta go. It is 6 in the morning. My kid will get up at some point, probably here in the next half hour. I'm gonna make him breakfast, and then all of us are going to go. My kids will get up, sorry. I'll make them breakfast. My son usually gets up first, but anyway, I'll make him breakfast, and then we're probably gonna hang out for a little while. And then it's off to get a shirt with as many buttons as I can find. And then I'm gonna go get a ring light so that the lighting looks better this evening. And then pick out a shitty game or a regular game. Ooh, I'm gonna have an AVGN theme too. It's not gonna be hard to film. I'm just gonna take a chip tune and I'm gonna record some parody lyrics in like 10 seconds. Yeah, this is easy. Don't let people tell you that this is hard, and don't let someone make a 20-minute long rant video about how this is hard. It's not fucking hard. You can do this. Any idiot can do this. Just because you got to do it first doesn't mean you're good at it or that you deserve special sympathy. Fuck. Spent millions of dollars off of this. I mean, in aggregate, over time. No one gave him like a check for $1 million, but God. He could have dedicated film crew. He could have straight up actual IT. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, food for thought is, do you, real question, I'll leave this to the comments. You guys can bandy about this in the thread. Do you think he knows his setup is bad? Or because he lives in like an area where not a lot of productions happen and he works with fat fucks who tell them they're doing a good job? Do you think he believes them and thinks it's good? Let me know. Debate about it. Talk you around. All right, I'm going to clap again to help sync this up, and goodbye.